It's week 1 of the NFL, where we'll see 2 of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Packers and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
It's the 4th country to become part of the NFL's International Series, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. 2 guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the...
Anders Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go here in Sao Paulo. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of a league MVP and maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, or how you start, can have a massive impact on how things play out. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and you get a little something coming out of it, too.
Hurts now from the gun. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Gets it to Paris Campbell. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Hurts throwing again. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Vacates quickly left side, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. Bringing them out, someone who wowed last year in his first chance as a starter, Jordan Love.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Sidney Brown in on that stop. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Play fake, it's Love. He fires one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Love out of the shotgun. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Kicks the handoff, now Love. Into a crowd and intercepted! The Clemson rookie has it. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. Campbell hauls it in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Throwing here, Hurts. He has the first over the middle. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Motioning him from the slot right. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Hurts setting up to throw. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And a big setback for them to overcome early, Brock, giving them points off that interception. And for a quarterback, a tough way to start the game as well. They got to shake that off.
Yeah, but this is where you really do start to see just the cream of the crop. The quarterbacks that are the best in this league flush, no matter what the circumstances are. But especially the negative ones, you flush them away and you go persevere.
On second down, Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early.
Start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's brought down for a loss. And they will have to boot it away in a little bit. We've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag
Personal
on the
foul.
play,
Roughing the
likely
passer.
against the defense. Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. To the air with Love. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Yellow, line, dark left, check right.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Love from the gun. On target to Musgrave. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. Escapes a defender. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Now Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Devon Fuller bringing that play to an end. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They go to Barkley again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. He's on the move. A lot of grass ahead. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's throwing deep to the left. Big gain downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st down throw, here's Love. Caught by Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Loves to throw again. On the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Oh, what a stiff arm. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Love. That finds Jacobs, complete. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Barkley trying this up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Hurts looking to throw. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing a 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots at this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by Jalen Carter. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Brazil. The Packers driving ahead. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Watson with the catch. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Cooper DeJean with the stop. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The Packers take their 1st time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
An 8-yard gain, but still left with 4th and a bunch.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. The Eagles taking over now late in the 1st half. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Here's Hurts. Dumps it off to his running back. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Jair Alexander with the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught for the first. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Hurts throwing again. Taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw it. Pass complete to Campbell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So we're at halftime with one side enjoying a pretty decent 10-point advantage. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. Then in the 4 Eastern window, it'll be a later than usual start in Cleveland, where it'll be the Browns taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Detroit Lions. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback. That's Jalen Hurts. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Packers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 3 now. Handoff here to Jacobs. He's out near midfield and still going. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Check pink.
Going run again with Jacobs. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They stick with Jacobs. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Love out of the shotgun. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
So out now comes the punter. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Barkley's got it. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it deep downfield. And he finally goes out. But not until he takes it to the opposing 35. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Hurts now from the gun. Into the hands of Campbell. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Quay Walker. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Juke the defender. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Option play headed right on 1st and goal. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Josh Sweat making the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead off the turnover. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles make it a 24-point ball game. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Packers all set to get back out there. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now it's 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Here's Love to throw. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. To the ground with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Blast through midfield. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
On 1st down, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. Hurts setting up to throw. He's got top. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
On now comes their punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. First down throw. Here's Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Packers with the football and a chance to, well, do some window dressing here in the 4th. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Set, ready. Set,
From the 37. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Love to throw again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Smith, ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Desperation time here on 4th. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
First down, a run with Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. They'll call it a gain of 9, so half the distance they needed. It's now 3rd and 9. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Thrown on first down, Love. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. That finds Jacobs complete. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Got to figure out this third down here. Throwing, Love. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They run it with Saquon. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
From the pistol, Hurts. It is Cup, left side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still third down.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now runs the Packer offense. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Love out of the shotgun. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Eagles, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
From the 19. Getting out to his left. He can run it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles keep running away with this. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 38-yard line.
Love from the gun. This finds Dobbs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Here's Love. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the Eagles' 48-yard line.
From the 48. This is reeled in by Reed. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st. They are throwing it again. Gets this one to Watson. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers putting up points in a game decided. Christian Watson with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A tight end in motion now. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Eagles looking like they'll start this season with a win. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's another carry for Barkley. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No yards on the play, and back-to-back stops forces a 4th and 3.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Love now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Love. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one, as they take the first ever victory awarded here in South America. And no doubt the trip home from Brazil going to be a joyous one before it's back to business prepping for week 2. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners as we say ciao from Sao Paulo.